Hi friends, welcome to my channel Code to Test. So also do visit my website code2test.com to get updated tutorial on automation testing. So in today's tutorial we are going to learn what is Docker. So the agenda for today's tutorial is we will try to understand what is Docker, different application development methods, about containers and advantage, and Docker repository. So what is Docker? Docker is a platform that provides an isolated environment within a current OS. So what it does is it virtualizes your operating system. It when we say it virtualizes your operating system, it shares your kernel within different containers. So inside the container, there are isolated libraries. They are preconditioned libraries that is required for the application. So on top of it, the application resides. So what happens is it helps in fast deployment and with the help of fewer resources. So to understand more about the Docker, we need to first understand the different application deployment methods. So first application that deployment we going to understand is traditional deployment or bare metal. So in this type of traditional deployment, what generally happens is we have a hardware. So in this traditional deployment, no virtualization. The application or the service is deployed in the machine itself. So the hardware like CPU, RAM or physical server. So the operating system resides in on the top of your hardware. So inside the operating system, we have different libraries that what the prerequisites of an application. So as the library is being properly installed, the application resides onto it. So it's a traditional way or a bare metal. So it's a good technique, the application works well, but the problem arises when the number of application increases. In that case, what we generally do is either we have to increase the capability of the hardware, we need to increase the CPU, RAM, or again we have to create a physical memory, because as the application increases we need to upgrade your hardware, and along with, or we have to create some other physical machine or a server to implement the whole architecture. So in this case, what generally happens is we need to have then we when these issue arises, we have to move from bare metals and come with an idea of virtual machine. So in virtual machine, what happens is again we have a hardware. We set up our hardware like CPU, RAM, or same physical machine. Over to it, we have a hypervision. Hypervision is a hypervision is a small program that has to bifurcate us different VMs. We can set up different VMs onto it on the top of a hypervision, and the same way inside the VM we set up our machine, we set up our OS, and again we keep prerequisite libraries. What what the prerequisite library is? Those libraries that helps the precondition of an application. Similar way, if we need one more VM, we need to keep it the same setup. So in this way, our locals is being bifurcated with different VMs, and we need to share the memory to this VM machine. So problem arises when we need, suppose we have 8 GB machine with us, and we took two VM virtual machine inside this machine. So suppose on the first VM I have given 4 GB memory, and to second VM we gave 2 GB, and total we have 8. So when the application keeps on increasing its capacity, at one stage it comes like the things do not work in a proper way, because we come in a situation it gets hampered, and the full memory usage has been happened. So this virtualization architecture or the deployment process gets fails. Then because of this we came an a different deployment structure, that is container based deployment. Into this container deployment, what we generally do is we again set up our hardware, we keep OS. After that, we don't put any VM. We put Docker layer inside it. What Docker generally do this? Docker have multiple divides a multiple container. It's a OS level virtualization. So on the top of your container, we keep our libraries, and inside this library, our application resides. So in on the top, inside the Docker, we create multiple containers. So the multiple containers can be created, and inside this multiple containers, if an application requires 120 MB or 50 MB or any space, it will capture only that part. We don't have to set up the whole operating system inside this one in a single container. It only contains your libraries along with application. So it is a lightweighted. It do not capture much memory, and it becomes fast in access. So what is containers? Our question comes containers. Containers are basically the images. Suppose if we want to download any of the applications, suppose we want to download MySQL. So what the Docker do is Docker has its own repository. Then we can call from up.docker.com. So Docker has a repository. If we want a certain image to get inside our container, so what generally do is we search that image. Suppose I want selenium, so I type it over here selenium. So as we type selenium, we can see that we got the setup of selenium. As we click into it, so it itself is an image. So as also we are provided the methods to pull that image. We pull that image through our with the help of our kernel or with its console. Suppose I'm working with Windows machine, so I have PowerShell with me. I can directly I can directly hit this command and pull the container image. Suppose I want, let me check my version. If I put docker.version, so as you know Docker, I have this version being set up to my machine. And if I want to check how many containers, runnable containers I have, so I don't need something. I just type docker space container ls. So you see I don't have any active containers with me. And if I pull any of the container, any of the image to it, it will directly display it over inside this grid. So this we would be learning the basic commands to our next tutorial. So this is all about Docker, how what is Docker and how it works. So on further tutorial will be understand how to install Docker and the basic commands that run inside your Docker. So this is all for today's tutorial. If you like my video, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you. Thanks.